Students, thank you so much for joining the class. We will start in just 1 minute, waiting for other students to join the class. Just 1 minute. Stay on the line. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so let's start. I just want to confirm if you can hear my voice well. Let me test. Perfect. I believe so. Yeah, you will be able to hear. So in today's class, we are going to discuss some important tips, and those tips are related to improving the speaking module for both IELTS and PTE exams. Now, I will discuss both of these tips for each test one by one. Firstly, we will talk about the PTE test. We'll do some questions. I will show you how it is done, like how to answer the questions, and then I will talk about the IELTS speaking module. I will give you a random question, and then I will answer that question so that you can learn how it is done. I will practice right with all of you. Okay, so I have my WhatsApp group with me, the students who will send me message and will ask me question, then I will answer those questions, and you will learn how to answer the questions effectively in the real test so that you could score good. Okay, right. So first of all, let's talk about the PTE speaking module. The PTE speaking and writing combined, the duration of the test is only and only 60 minutes. Right? So 60 minutes is the total duration. And in this, the speaking module question related to the speaking module, the question types will be 5, right? 5 question types. I will tell you one by one. But in IELTS, the speaking test is only of 20 minutes, 15 minutes on average, like 13 to 15 minutes. And you have to answer the question. But the difference is in IELTS, you have to answer the live questions, meaning the examiner will be right in front of you. You will, the examiner will ask the questions, you will answer the questions. This is how it is done. Now, firstly, let's talk about the PTE test. In the PTE test, you don't have to sit in front of anyone. You are only right in front of the laptop. You will hear the recording. You will speak about the answer. That's it. So this is how it is going to go. Now, yesterday, I talked about one of the important questions in the PTE test, which was in the speaking module, repeat sentence. Repeat sentence means, what is the meaning of repeating a sentence? It means a sentence, they will speak a sentence, you will hear, and then you will speak the same sentence. Now, if you are able to speak all the words, then it means you will get full marks. If you are not able to speak all the words, you will not get good marks. If you are stuck in the middle, and let's say you are only able to talk on 3 or 4 sentences words out of a full sentence, then half of the marks, and so on. I will give you an example right in front of you so that you could understand, and then we will discuss the tips how it can be improved. This is the most important question type in your PTE test. Most important, one of the most important in the top 5 question types, which carry the maximum weightage, you have to improve it one way or the other, otherwise you will not get good score in PTE test. Now, let me give you an example by practicing one question right in front of you, and I will tell you that if you follow these steps, you will get good scores, right? So I have an app from where I'll show you how it is done. There are different apps. You can choose the one that you like, or if you have any questions, you can send me a message on WhatsApp. I'll tell you which app you should use. Okay, so repeat sentence. Let me go play the question. Now listen to it.
The vehicle he traveled in collided with a train unexpectedly. The vehicle he traveled in collided with a train unexpectedly.
Now this question, this recording will be played only once in the real test. Okay, you will not hear it again and again. The length of the question, the length of the prompt depends on how many words are there in a sentence. You will have your electronic notebook with you. If you want to note down some of the words, you can, but in the real test, there is no time that you can remember and write. You can only write 1 or 2 words. And then you have some time to answer the question, like 6, 7, or 8 seconds, in which you can prepare the answer and then speak about it. Now, when the audio recording will open, you will have to speak the exact words so that you get the marks. If the computer does not understand, you're not going to get the marks. Okay, so time to answer to this for this question are 15 seconds. It depends, sometimes up down as well. I mean, sometimes it may go up or down, but on average 15 seconds. Okay, and now this question, the key to get marks and a good score in this question type is that you maintain the fluency. Fluency means there should be no stoppage, ahs in your answer. For example, this question, this is basically the vehicle he traveled in collided with a train unexpectedly. Now, let's say if you did not understand the full sentence. Let's say you only understood 4 words. The vehicle he traveled, that's it. But will you stop after this? No. If fluency is disturbed, you will get like only minimum marks. And minimum marks mean each question has marks out of 90, 90. Out of 90, you will get only 10 marks, 20 marks. But if fluency is 100% and if content you add by yourself, no problem. If the content is not 100%, still you will get good marks. Let me give you an example. The vehicle he traveled in collided with a train unexpectedly. This is the answer. You can say the vehicle he traveled in was a very beautiful white car. Now this is totally irrelevant, but fluency is not disturbed. Number 2 important thing which you have to be careful about is the pronunciation, meaning the word that you are speaking should be very clear and the computer should be able to recognize which words you are saying. Okay, and the third is the content. Content means exactly the words, the material, the everything that is being spoken. Are you repeating the same or you are adding by your own? Okay, so right now I'm going to record my answer. We'll give you a live example that if I speak only 4 or 5 words out of all of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 words in one sentence. If I speak only 5 words, 50%, how many marks I will get? Let's check this out. The vehicle he traveled in was of white color. Now I have submitted my answer. This is how you speak. Then the AI system, the AI program will check it automatically that what your marks are. Now give me just 2 seconds and okay, so after submitting you will click on the click to score and it will tell about the right, tell about IELTS. I will tell about IELTS in 5 minutes. Okay, let me just amazing. I have got 66 marks out of 90. What is the meaning of 66 marks in terms of IELTS band? You could say that this is 6.5 and above, right? Even say 6 and above, which is a very good score with this type of answering a question. So in the fluency, I still have got 74 out of 90. In pronunciation, I've got 67 out of 90. And in the content part, I have got 55 out of 90. So in short, these marks are still lower than what I want, because in the real test which I took, I got 82 marks in speaking test out of 90. 82 means equivalent to IELTS would be 8 band, which is a very good score, right? More, I mean, higher score than the requirement of universities and also immigration. So 55, 67, 74, very good score. I just wanted to tell you that if you cannot understand the full sentence, still you can get very good score by following these important tips. And if you understand all the words, very good to go. You will be able to get very good score. Now, this question type does not only help you in speaking module, it also helps you in listening module. Why? Because you are listening and then you are speaking. So half of the marks will be for the listening module and half for the speaking module. So if you have any questions, you can text me on WhatsApp. I'll answer your questions. Okay. This is only a brief revision of the yesterday's class, and next is going to be, I will tell you some important tips about IELTS speaking module. So I told one of the students that for the first 10 minutes, I'll talk about the PTE, and then the next 10 minutes, I will speak about the IELTS speaking module. And then in the next 10 minutes, after these 10 minutes, we will have the question answer session. Okay, so now let's talk about IELTS. In IELTS test, your speaking test is divided into 3 parts, part 1, 2, and 3. In part 1, there are basic question answer session. There will be different questions, like 8 to 10 questions. They could be about the different topics, including your introduction, what do you do, are you a student or a job holder, and so on. Second part is going to be the cue card section, which is kind of a scenario based discussion. For example, they will give you a particular scenario and they will ask some questions. They will give you a paper. You will be able to see it. You will have 1 minute to prepare it. After preparation of 1 minute, and you can note down the points if you want to in that 1 minute, you will have to speak on it. You will talk on it. And how many minutes you have to talk? 2 minutes is the maximum time, 1 minute is the minimum time. So you have to talk at least 60 seconds or above in order to get a good score, right? So what is the way to get a very good score in IELTS test? This part 2 is very important. Why? Because in the third section, again, there will be 5 or 6 questions which you have to answer, and the topic of those questions will be related to part 2. So whatever you speak in the part 2, between 1 to 2 minutes which you will speak, it is not something that examiner will ask you a question. No, he will be quiet and you will be speaking. He will just record what you are saying. Okay. Now, there are different ways. I am particularly talking about the part 2 because mostly students are not able to talk for more than a minute on the topic, and this is why they get very low score in the PTE, in the IELTS speaking test. Okay. Now, what are the points that you need to keep in mind? The best strategy is that you divide each of the question, because you don't know which question would be in your real test. Okay, in the real test there can be any topic. If you have prepared 2 or 3 or 5 topics, but maybe there could be a very different topic in the real test, what would you do? Right, you will not stop. Okay, you have to complete the test. So the way to get rid of this is you should divide your answer in some points, right? First point could be talking about the topic, about the main question. Second, to include any relevant example, right? Third, just give a brief or example. You can include example afterwards, but before you can include some history as well related. I'll give you an example in a minute. And then 4, you could give any suggestion or a recommendation. Okay, and then so on. That's it. These 4 points are enough. If you follow these 4 points, you will be able to get a very good score, and you will be easily able to speak for more than a minute. Now, what is the meaning of introduction? Introduction means to talk about a topic. Give me a second. Now let me choose any random topic for you. Right. So I have the topic that is right in front of me is describe a gift you would like to buy for your friend. I'm repeating again. Describe a gift you would like to buy for your friend. You should say, number 1, what gift you would like to buy. Number 2, who you would like to give it to, why you would like to buy a gift for your friend, and explain why you choose that gift. You have to answer all these questions. Okay, so when you will address all these questions, it means you will be able to get a good score. Describe a gift. So you can start with some background of the topic, like, well, in our daily life, I haven't prepared it yet. Okay, you always have 1 minute to prepare it and write the bullet point, but I'm telling you the way how you should prepare it. Divide it into the parts and then speak about it. Number 1, discuss the background. You could say, well, giving gifts is a very good thing. When we give gifts to give to any person, that person becomes very happy. Even if I talk about myself, last month when I had my birthday, I received some gifts and I became very happy. Last month I also graduated and I got a lot of gifts, so it always make me feel very, very good. Now I have talked about a bit background, but 10 seconds are already passed. That's the key thing. You have to speak for more than a minute. This is our target. If you speak for more than a minute, you will be easily able to get 6 band or above in your speaking test. Of course, your grammar should be correct. Now, afterwards, you will describe the question. So, in this question, in this discussion, I am going to talk about a gift which I would like to buy for my friend. So, what I would like to buy is a watch for my friend. Why? Because last month, when he came to meet me on my graduation ceremony, after my ceremony, we talked a lot. We went to a restaurant to eat food and we were talking about different things. And when we left the table, he forgot his watch over there. So after some time, when we came outside, he noticed that he forgot his watch. So we went back to the restaurant to find it out, but unfortunately we could not find it. So as a result, he lost it and he was very anxious, but at that moment we couldn't do anything, and I thought that I should help him by any way possible. So 2 days ago I went to the market and I bought a gift, and I bought a gift, and this is a gift I would like to give it to my friend. Keep this in mind in your real test. That cue card paper based where you have practiced, it will be right in front of you, so you can look at it. If you forget anything, you can look at it. So I bought the watch, and then I will give it to my friend. So who would you like to give it? Why would you like to give? Why would you like to give? I told you that. Explain. You choose that gift. Now what I will do is I will go tomorrow. I'll meet him and I will hand over this gift to him, and I believe he will be very happy. So I recommend in this, after all this discussion, I would recommend that we should give gifts to everyone, and especially if someone needs a particular thing, the best way to help them is by giving them that gift. Now whatever I have talked about, it is already more than a minute, even without preparing. Why? Because I am telling you the steps one by one. Now when you will practice like 50 topics, 50 cue card topics like this, you can practice with me if you want to, right? Then you will be able to easily divide any given topic into the parts, and when you divide it into the parts, it becomes very easy to speak. Now imagine whatever I have told you before that, if I 1 2 3 4 5, if I didn't divide this question into the points, I would not be able to speak about it, isn't it? So you always and always have to divide your questions. Now if you want to discuss or practice the speaking module, you want to discuss or practice more and more, you can contact me on WhatsApp, right? You can book a session with me, and then I will answer all your questions and will help you to prepare well. Number one. Number two, there are different resources available online. You can check them, okay? You can pick any random given topic, follow the advice that I have given, and then practice, right? You can record your voice on your mobile phone and then watch your video to see how you are speaking, how you are performing, okay? Now there is another video explaining the same points. I have described it in more detail by including more examples. I will put the link in the comment box, okay? So you will be able to watch that as well. Same points are covered, but there is a different example in that lecture, so it will be very helpful for you to understand from different lectures, right? By following different examples and so on. So we have completed the next 10 minutes section of our lecture, and we have talked about the IELTS, right? So firstly, we talked about the PTE speaking and specifically the most important question type in the PTE speaking module. Then we talked about the IELTS speaking module and specifically the most important part of the IELTS speaking module. And finally, now I am going to answer your questions, okay? So you can ask me questions here by typing your typing a comment, or you can send me a message on WhatsApp and I will answer your question. Okay, now let me see which questions I have received over there. Now these 10 minutes, the last 10 minutes of our session, this is a question answer session. Very important. Listen to what other people are asking. Maybe that question will help you in the real test. Who knows, right? So be very careful and be attentive and listen to the questions and how to attempt them. Okay, first let's go with the chat. I want to take PTE test in this month. Okay, Mehdi, why not? If you want to take it, you have to prepare it. And before taking the real test, I would recommend you to attempt at least 3 mock tests so that you know that where you are standing. Okay, at least 3 mock tests are very, very important. If you have any question related to that, you can contact me on WhatsApp or comment your question below. I will answer it. Okay. Next is Mubin. Mubin asked the question, tell about IELTS. Yes, I already have explained about IELTS. If you have any other question, yeah, you can ask me. Right, is the PTE speaking easier or IELTS one? Oh my. Look, it depends on your practice, but if you're nervous, if you become nervous in front of a person, if you cannot take a test and answer the questions in front of the examiner, then IELTS is not a good choice for you, because in the IELTS test you will have to talk in English. You have to be in front of someone, right? But in the PTE, there is no examiner in front of you. You only have to record your answers in the computer. So PTE becomes a good choice. Okay, in this case, PTE is easier. Now another question that is okay, that is in the chat box, is how to introduce yourself. Very good question. We have to introduce ourselves in a very easy way, so that the examiner can understand exactly what we are saying. Okay, easy way. What is the easy way? Let me give you an example. And in the real IELTS test, each time they are going to ask this question. This is very important. And thank you, Mubin, for raising this question. How to introduce yourself. In the introduction, you only have to include at least 3 things or 4 things. Okay, number 1, your name. Number 2, what you're doing. And number 3, what your future plan is. That's it. In a very, very brief way, like 3 or 4 sentences. Let me give you an example. I would say, when I will introduce myself, I would say, my name is, the examiner is asking, introduce yourself, please. Yeah, sure. My name is Noman Zia, and I am a student at this university, and I'm studying this course. At the moment, I'm taking this IELTS test because I want to pursue my higher education, and I want to apply in a master's degree program in Australia or in the UK. So that's all about me at the moment. That's it. You could include, yes, I live in that city. My name is this, and I belong to. It is up to you how you chain it. Okay. My name is Noman, and I belong to Islamabad, Pakistan, right? But I'm living in London, United Kingdom. I have completed my graduation, and now I want to apply for a master's degree. And this is the reason I'm taking this IELTS test, so that I could go and study master's degree. This is all about me at the moment. That's it. You have to close the answer yourself as well. You have to say, so this is all about my introduction. Is this making any sense? Like, you have to say it yourself so that the examiner should know you are closing the answer. Then the next, let me give you one more example. The next most common question after introduction is, where do you belong to, and do you like your city? Why do you like your city? These are the some most very common questions that are asked in the real test. So why do you like your city? You will say, I like my city because it is a very big city. There are different parks, shopping malls, and educational institutes. So all of these things make my city beautiful, as well as an important destination for other people who are living in far off areas, and they come here for shopping or to study. So because of these reasons, I like my city. Now, this was the most important thing, the last part, which I just said. What is that? This is why I like my city. So repeating a question at the end of your answer is the most important point which you should do to get the maximum score. From where the answer started, I like my city because. Give reasons 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, 3 or 4 are enough. And after giving those examples, close your answer. How would you close? By repeating the question. This is why I like my city. Right? Are you a student? Yes. What would you like? What are your future plans? If this is the question, if they are talking about the plans, what are your future plans? You could say, as I am taking this IELTS test, my future plan is to go for the master's degree, to study the master's degree in Canada. And because of that, I am preparing my documents as well as this English language test. And this is my future plan, that I will go in Canada within next 3 months, and I will have to complete some steps, and then of course my degree would begin. Right? And now, how would you end? How would you end your answer? By, of course, repeating the question. So these are my future plans. I hope this is something that you wanted to ask. Okay, Yamobin, do you have any other question? Okay, I think that was helpful. Okay, let me go with another question, okay? Right, okay. So in the PTE test, you have to complete all 4 modules: speaking, reading, writing, listening, in one sitting. Meaning the test duration is around 120 minutes, like 2 hours. You have to sit and complete the test. That's it. Within 2 days, you will get the result. In the IELTS test, you have to complete your listening, reading, and writing in one sitting, and the speaking test is on a different date, or maybe on the same date but at a different time. It could be before the listening, reading, writing, or after that one. Let me give you an example. Some of my students, they had their speaking test at 10 a.m. in the morning, and their remaining test was from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Meaning 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. was listening, reading, writing, and in the morning there was a listening test. If you are taking, there are some other examples as well. Listening test is sometimes one day before the real test, before the listening, reading, writing. So the settings can be different. If there is a change of a day, it becomes easier for you to prepare. I agree with it. It becomes easier for you to prepare only one module, like speaking module, take the test, come back, prepare the remaining 3, and go take that. Right? So this was one of the major differences. Okay. Next question. If examiner asks, do you work or study? If you do nothing, so what you answer? You can say, I am planning to study. At the moment, I'm not doing anything, because when I completed my studies, you can, there are different ways to answer, but this is one of the way to answer, right? You can say, I completed my graduation 1 year ago, but after that I was not able to find a very good job. That is why I waited, and I think I should go do a master's degree, and once I do it, I will be able to land a very good job. So at the moment, I'm not doing anything, but very soon I'll start my studies, or I'll resume my studies. I hope it answers your question. This is how you answer. Let me give you one more important tip, that it is not important that you say each and every word which is truth. Okay? You can include any fake example. Okay? It depends on you. But it should feel real in terms of the words you are expressing. You are talking about something. The key is the examiner should understand what you are saying. The examiner should understand what message you are trying to deliver. That's the key point of the test. Okay? This is how it's done. Even if the story is fake, so what? No problem at all. You can say whatever you want to say. The test is of your English language. It is not your knowledge based exam or a technical exam, right? I hope it makes sense. Any other question? Okay, how to improve the pronunciation? What is the meaning of pronunciation? Basically, pronunciation means that how you are saying a word. Okay, now right in front of me, describe a gift you would like to buy for your friend. These are some words. Describe a gift you would like to buy for your friend. Total 11 words. Now 11 words, but the thing is, examiner should understand each and every word. Now I am speaking right in front of you. I believe so you will be able to understand each of my word, because right now my objective is not to teach myself. My objective is to deliver what I know to you. I want to deliver this knowledge to you. So I am speaking in such a way that my each word should be very clear and easy to understand. I hope so you will be able to understand. This is how you have to speak, that each word should be very clear to understand. This is called the pronunciation. And pronunciation, there is another way to understand this word is, sometimes we say, there are either, sometimes we say either or. He is either orange or banana shake. Either or, we use this combination. So sometimes it is said either or. Sometimes we say often, sometimes we say often. So there is a difference between the British English accent and American English accent. So there are only a few words. You don't need to worry about them. I'm just giving you an example to make it easy for you to understand that what is the meaning of pronunciation. Sometimes it means that you have to speak in the correct way. You should have to speak. You should focus on the British accent. Okay, if you are unsure which word you have to speak and how you have to speak, write that word on Google and write pronunciation of that word. Google will tell you what is the pronunciation. Now the pronunciation, listen to it very carefully. The pronunciation, choose British pronunciation option. You will be able to easily understand. Okay, sir, can I say it's a gap year and I'm enjoying and exploring my country? And explore नहीं होगा जी, यहाँ पे exploring होगा, ठीक है, क्योंकि enjoying आपने पीछे लिखा है. Exploring my country, you can say. It is up to you, whatever you say. I already told you, they are not going to judge your answers that either it is true or false, or and if your answer is showing some kind of emotion or what you are doing, they are least concerned about it. The only thing they are judging is your English language skills, speaking, as well as the words pronunciation, as well as the sentences, as well as the helping verbs, as well as your tenses. So combining all these things, they are only assessing these things. Whatever you say is a good thing. It's a gap year, I'm not doing anything. Even if you lie, like you tell something which is incorrect, which is not true. If you are saying, well, I'm doing job in a very good company in my local area, but the salary is not that very high, and I have a colleague with me. He studied in, for example, Canada, and then came back, and now he got a job. He has very similar role to my role, but his salary is 30% higher or 40% higher than mine. Why? Because he is a foreign graduate. This is how you answer the question. Okay, always pay attention to the thing that you have to answer a question sensibly. Include 1 or 2 sentences, include any relevant example if possible, and make sure your words are very clear. If you forget about something, no problem at all, close your answer. And how you close, I already told you. How do you close your answer? By repeating the question. Yes, you have to repeat your question. Why do you like your city? I like my city because 1, 2, 3, 4. That is why I like my city. These are, or you can say, these are the reasons why I like my city. I hope. I hope this makes sense now. Okay, let me see if there is any other question. And of course, I was thinking that our question answer session would be only 10 minutes, and already like 15 minutes have passed and we're still discussing the question answer. So I think, I mean, the most important part is the question answer session. The main lecture, the main lecture or the main topic, we can cover it within like 10 minutes, and afterwards we only and only answer questions or discuss question answers. And of course, you learn more if you ask a question. And then as far as the practice is concerned, you have to practice yourself, and afterwards, if you want to book a one-to-one consultation session with me to discuss what you want to do, how you want to do, where you want to apply for study, how you have to apply for a study application, university admission, and a visa application, I can help you with everything. Okay, you can contact me on WhatsApp for that. Right. Okay. So what is IELTS computer based or paper based? All right, Gidi. This is going to be our last question, and we will end the class for today. Rest of all the questions we will discuss tomorrow. But the last question is IELTS computer based or paper based? Which one should I take? Which one is easy or which one is difficult? It is not about easy or difficult. The test content is the same. Whatever you have to write on the paper, now you have to type on the screen. What is the difference? The difference is instead of the pen or a pencil, now you have the keyboard. You have to type it. Now you have to practice your typing skills. Of course, if you are not able to type, okay, if you're not able to type, the time will go, the time will up, and you will not be able to answer all of your questions. Okay? So as a result, what would happen? You will lose your marks and your band score will be lower than what you need. So what you should do in this case, you should practice on laptop. You should practice the listening test on your laptop, reading test on the laptop, writing on the laptop. And let me give you one important thing that you should consider in the computer based test. The good thing is, what is the good thing? The good thing is that the word count is right in front of you. You know that, okay, these are the words, how many words I have written so far and how many words are left. For example, you know that in the writing module of IELTS test, in the task 2, you have to write at least 250 words. The essay should be of 250 words. When you will be typing, that box in the bottom right corner, you will be able, bottom right or bottom left corner, you will be able to see the counter the words. You will be able to see, okay, if you have written the first paragraph, the introduction, you will see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever the number is, it's 25. So now you clearly know, okay, 21, let's go to the next paragraph, let's go to the next paragraph, and so on. So this is a very important help in the computer based test, that you don't have to count the words. Otherwise, in the paper test, after writing it, you have to count. The counting becomes another exercise. So this is not a good thing. Okay. Paper based is no more in Pakistan. Paper based tests are going to end. Yes, some of the dates you can still book for the paper based test. If you have saved my WhatsApp number, yesterday I post a WhatsApp status mentioning that paper-based test, these are the last dates you can book for the for the IELTS paper-based test. After that, IELTS would be on computer only. So if you are afraid of attempting the questions on the computer, then book your IELTS test on paper as soon as possible. It is up to you. Okay. For the UKVI, I believe so already. No more paper-based tests. And these 4 dates which are available, I think they will not be available after a week. All the students would have booked already. I hope it makes sense. Okay, so paper-based or computer doesn't make any sense. No, it doesn't make any difference as long as you have prepared everything in a good way. Right. Any other question? So at the moment, I don't have any other question here. But last thing which I would say, in PTE test, there were some developments made 3 months ago. Firstly, PTE test was all computer scored, meaning only AI, artificial, it was assessed in a way AI assesses the answers, okay? But now they have included a human as well to assess 2 question types, and those 2 question types are of the speaking module. PTE speaking module, one question type is describe image, and the other question type is retell lecture. So describe image, retell lecture. You have to prepare them in a good way now. Why? Because when the human will check, if you have used a template that is like a robot speaking about the things, then you will not get a good score. How you have to practice those 2 question types, describe image and retell lecture, I will tell you in the class tomorrow same time 4 p.m. I'll tell you how to prepare describe image and retell lecture in a very good way, so that after the assessment via artificial intelligence system, the human checking should be in such a way that you get a good score. Okay, why they have implemented it, by the way? That's the main question. Why they have included a human to check the answers? Because all the students were using only the templates. They were not talking about the content of the question. Instead, they were using a simple and straightforward template, like this is a beautiful image. There are different colors in the image. I can see the image is very beautiful. The given image, for the given image, I have to talk on it for 40 seconds, and overall the image is very, very good. What is this? Like, this is a template which is not answering the question or the content of the question. It is just something that you are speaking. Fluency will be, you will get a good score in fluency. You will get a good score in pronunciation if you are speaking well, but you are not going to get any good score in the content section. So even if you attempt all the questions in a very good way, still you will not be able to get more than 5 band, like more than 45 marks in the PTE test. So what is the benefit of all this effort? I hope it makes sense now. Okay, PTE, we will discuss rest of the things regarding this describe image tomorrow. There are different type of images. We will discuss them. I will give you an example for each of the question type. It will be easier for you to understand then. How to improve our speaking? This is the question, and this is going to be the last question. Then we will move forward because I have other classes as well. Because of course we have paid classes as well. Some students book our individual classes, individual online class, in which there is only one student and a teacher, so it becomes easy to practice, and the student can prepare within 2 or 3 weeks. How to improve our speaking? Speaking can be improved. Firstly, you should know that what is included in the speaking module. Number 2, how your speaking test will be assessed. If you know these things, then it becomes easier for you to prepare. Why? Because you know and you are preparing the exact thing which will give you or which will help you to get good marks. If you don't know the marking criteria and you practice a lot, it will not make any difference and you will not be able to get a good score. First of all, marking criteria. First of all, what is the method? And then practice is the key. You have to practice with someone, either your friend, your family member, anyone, because without practice, no, you're not going to be better in the speaking. The more you will create an artificial environment around yourself, the easier it will become to learn how to speak in English. In the end, in conclusion, I would like to say, if you want to join the speaking classes separately, you can contact me on WhatsApp, book a session, and then we can discuss it. Or you can contact any of your friends who has recently completed or passed your IELTS test and speak with them. This is up to you. In short, create an artificial environment around yourself, because environment will help you to quickly practice and learn and improve as well. All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining. This is the end of our session for today. I will stay live for a couple of minutes, okay? If you have any questions, please comment them down below. I will then answer them in 5 minutes, because I have to do some, I have to answer a query of my student, okay? And I already have given you 20 extra minutes. I am answering your questions. I was thinking that 16:30, like 4:30 p.m. UK time, the class will end, but I really appreciate your strong response. Thank you so much for that, and of course I would love to guide you. All right, thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye bye. Okay, Mubin is asking, what is the fee for your private session class? In the comment box, I will mention the contact, our WhatsApp number. You will have to contact us, okay, and discuss like how many classes do you need, and then according to your profile and according to your desired number of classes, then we will tell you what would be the fee, okay? Right. If any one of you has any question, you can comment in the chat box. I will answer your question, okay? All right, I'm going to end this session now because I'm going to join the next class. See you all tomorrow in the class. I will post any update. If there will be any update, I'll post in the WhatsApp group. Okay, and my contact number is in the description of this recorded live video. You can contact me if you have any questions. Thank you so much for joining. Have a very nice day. Bye bye.